All right, so this session, I want to thank you all for being a part of the training. For the last 2 weeks, it's been intensive. It's challenged you, it's challenged me, and together we've been able to rub our minds to create some massive results. I want you to freely share your testimonies and experiences from the Goodbye to Floating Loss training. All right, so this is purely voluntary. So I want to come to, okay, right now, let's start with Pep. Pep, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Okay, so I'm going to answer according to what's on the slide here. So before this training, my level was catastrophic because like I wasn't confident a bit. I wasn't even confident at all as a trader. So it was so rough. It was so hard. I kept losing money. So I was on level 0 before this training. After the training and still in the course. I mean, just within 2 weeks of this training, I was so marveled at what I could achieve. I couldn't believe I was the one actually doing what I was doing. So my level then and now cannot be compared at all because I know a whole lot right now. And I didn't know I could achieve this, but it's possible. I mean, it was possible. So with this training, yeah, I could say that I can avoid floating loss. And let me be honest here. Sometimes I would want to. Sometimes a little greed comes into play. When you know that okay, you have money here and you want to make money, and then you obviously see signs that this particular market is actually going into deep, and you just stay there. On that note, you deliberately want to be on the floating loss. You deliberately allowed yourself to be on that dip. But if going by what everything that was taught here, every indicators, I mean everything indicating that the market is going to be on a loss very soon. It's going to change structure very soon. If you take that into cognizance, there is no way you can be in floating loss. So yes, with this trading, you can never be on floating loss. It's not possible. Then of course the quality of this coaching is top notch. It can't be undermined. Like it's so wow. I mean, this is coaching in the real sense. A lot of people would say they want to coach you, but in the real sense, they just leave you to your thing. But trust me, this is coaching 200%. And having gone through the training, I would say that what I expected was more. Like what I expected, the coach really gave us more than what we expected because he gave us much more. We're not even thinking that by now I would be curating signals on my own. But I mean, I'm doing much more than curating signals. So I'm so confident right now that I know that okay, I can do much more. I can actually confidently say that, oh, I'm trading. Yeah. So the only thing I can tell anyone who wants to join this training, do not have a second thought on this. Like the price attached to this training is not even like is nothing compared to what it's actually worth. That's the truth. So I made the decision and I'm not regretting it. And I'm still in this journey. And I know that you out there, you're making the decision, you want to make this step, you want to take this step. I'm 100% sure you cannot regret it. So just take the step and everything, you just see it playing out. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pep. And over the next 6 months, we're going to be showcasing a lot more, and lives are going to be transformed right among those who are part of this batch. We'll keep coaching over the next 6 months. Thank you very much. All right, Madam Buddy, I can see you now.
All right, Coach. Good evening, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, amazing sessions and truly impactful. Before I joined your class, I was a mess. I joined Royal Q and was using training videos to learn to trade, but all of my was just stuck in floating losses. And I subscribed for your team's training videos on YouTube. So immediately I just saw, there was a day I just saw in a new video that says, say bye-bye to floating loss. It was just a 10 minutes recording where you just mentioned what your objective was, to let people, to train people and get them in for $75. I didn't even blink. I just went to look for your contact on our WhatsApp group chat and asked if I could join. Because at the point where I was before this course started, I was a lost cause, because no matter the strategy that I was applying, it was just all hanging in floating losses. So what was my level then? Was zero. What is my level now? Yes, I'm a work in progress, but I am so much more confident right now when I pick my trades. The coins that we analyzed together with you today, as you were doing the analysis, because I have them on my trading view, as you were doing your analysis, I was going again to check, and I was seeing that my structures are, your structures you drew are where my structures that I drew were almost everything almost the same. I felt so proud. The little confidence I didn't have before, I have more and more of it now. And yes, I am actually winning now. So I'm much more better. The training, am I 100% avoiding floating losses? Yes, absolutely. But honestly, as Madam Pep also said, sometimes we still have this demon that says, hang in there. We know when to have the exit strategy. We know when we should leave, but not leaving just, double guessing. I guess with time, we will get to the point where we can actually do it when we need to do it and be 100% rid of the floating loss. So the reason for floating loss right now is nothing to do with the training, is the personal psychology that one has brought, into it. Your quality of coaching is totally, totally amazing. Your level of energy, I don't even know where to put it. You don't rest, you don't break. You always answered questions. Sometimes I'll be posting screenshots at 1 a.m. and you are answering, and I'll be like, does this man not sleep? So totally amazing coaching, sir. And then honestly, if I had anyone that would listen, they had better be in these classes for them to have totally, totally amazing results in crypto trading. The value for this class, it's not the amount of money that was paid for it, really, because what I paid for it, I could easily lose it in trades. The fact that I paid it, I have made gains. I have made more than I paid for this trading, even in just training my coins. So I'm sure people paid so much more than we have paid here and couldn't get half of what. Watched a lot of videos online. The way you use this basketball support and resistance thing, I can never forget it. My son is a basketballer, so I can picture how when they pass the ball between the floor and the ceiling and all those things. It helped me, and I can say to myself now that I'm very good with getting my support and resistance lines. I've become very good at it, and it's very, very helpful. So honestly, to anyone who is thinking of not doing these courses, honestly, for success in the crypto trading world, you have to learn. You have to learn. If you don't learn, you cannot earn. Thank
you very much, madam. I appreciate it. First you learn, then you earn. Absolutely. All right, so we come to AO now.
All right. Good evening, Coach. Before this particular training, I depended a lot on indicators. In fact, I recall one time I was just searching YouTube for the best indicators, and the crazy part of searching YouTube is you are going to see 1,001 best indicators, which keeps you more confused. But with this training, without indicators, just looking at the chart, looking at the direction of the market, using, in fact, for the very first time, I won't lie, this is one of the very first times I've understood the practical use of support and resistance better than I've ever I've ever understood it before, right? So, and then another key thing is the ability to do your risk to reward analysis, knowing when to get out, because you are looking at your support levels or your resistance levels, knowing where to say, okay, this is going against me, I need to get out. That is a very big plus that I did not understand before. So if you ask me, greed aside, yes, we can say bye-bye to floating loss. If we are to put everything verbatim, everything we've learned, we can actually say, yes, bye-bye to floating loss. But for me, the best part of this training is the coaching calls. And the sweet part of the coaching call is once a topic is taught, you are not just having one coaching call. You are having several coaching calls on what have been previously taught before. I think that creates the environment for everybody to be brought to the same level of understanding, because we don't all understand concepts at the same speed, right? So the coaching call, in fact, if there should be a USP for this particular training, I think it should be the coaching calls. So 4 years ago, I paid thrice the amount for this training to learn how to trade. And that 4 years ago training lasted for about 2 months, approximately 2 months, 1 month and a few weeks. And the truth is, what I've learned in these last 2 weeks is, how should I say it? What I learned in 2 months, 4 years ago, is not up to a quarter of what I've learned in 2 weeks. So if you ask me, my advice to anyone who wants to be a part of this training is a question: what are you waiting for? You want the price of the training to be double the rate is currently going for before you jump in, because the truth is, the value is way more than whatever price that is pegged on the training. So once again, thank you very much, Coach. I know I paid for this, but I sincerely appreciate you, because I've never learned this way before.
Thank you very much. We're here to make impact. All right, ShareFX, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is really interesting. Now, I want to put it this way. Before coming in for the training, yeah, I've been able to attend some other trainings. But one thing I will say that has actually distinct those other trainings, and this one, is that this is coordinated. There's some of the things we were actually taught here that I've come across, but it was all modeled together. So eventually, I mean, if you don't know your support and resistance, the parallel channel, trend line, and market structure, if you don't know these things one step after the other and how to actually check them, then definitely. So for me, initially, I even got confused. So I decided to just forget about it. And I went into using KDJ and other stuff like that. But with this now, it has opened me up, made me more confident to be able to use the support resistance, trend line, market structure, and to be able to get things rightly done. Although, yes, I'm work in progress. I'm still taking a step, one step after the other. I've improved drastically. Boldly, confidently, I can do this successfully with ease. And when we talk about 100% avoiding floating loss, with this training, it's very possible. Though, just like the other speakers have spoken, You see, that thing is always in us, and I believe it's one of the same personally that I have to try and, discipline myself for, so that I can be able to really, but yes, based on what we've been taught, it's very, very possible. All right. But for me, I know I still need to discipline myself to improve myself in it. The quality of the coaching, it's great. It has improved me. I know myself that yes, it has improved. I've improved drastically. The quality is great. The coaching section course has been wonderful because it's just kind of, you keep going through different scenarios, and it has actually improved me to really see things from different perspectives, and I'm getting better. And that's the thing. I'm surely getting better. And then, of course, talking about how much for this training, like I used to say, I've actually had training before. I've had a training that actually had to pay as much as $500 then. But I'll tell you, this thing that Coach Nadi actually took us through is far away. It worth so much. It's as if we actually did this training for free. That's what I would just say. $75 is as good as free compared to what I paid then and compared to what I received then. All right. The confidence, I'm better now. I can tell you confidently, I'm better now. I understand better. I so much understand better. I've improved drastically. I know I can get better as the coaching class course keep going on. I know I'll get better, but compared to when I started, compared to the other trainings I've done, this is exceedingly better and has given me a better result. I'm more confident on my trade now. Of course, talking about telling anyone, see, all I will say is this. Some people will tell you they're going to YouTube, they're going to this. You only get confused the more. Because trading is not just any game you just go. So if you're going to YouTube to go and get your training, or just going to anyone to get the training, I'll tell you, I've done all that successfully. Why? So that I just kept on losing money. And in short, it got to a time I was even afraid to trade. Though I'm close to coaching Namdi, so he has been teaching me some things along the line. But with this training, it is tailored. It's precise to make you win. All right? To make you win and know what you're doing when it comes to trading. So I will recommend anyone that really wants a change in his trading system, his trading life, to actually always having good success. You need to be part of this. Though the price, I believe, is going up already, but if you speak up now, if you reach out now, yeah, you still get it even better compared to those who will get it later. Because why? The price that they're giving it to us is cheap. I know this in the industry. Because don't let me talk more, but I know this in this industry. This is cheap. It's one of the cheapest. Let's see if it's a giveaway. So please, get yourself educated, get yourself trained in the right way, so that after the training, after these 2 weeks, honestly speaking, no one can actually do me any stress. No one can tell me this is not possible. I know exactly what is capable of coming to possibility when it comes to trading, and I'm grateful. So I will recommend this anytime, any day. If you're going to improve yourself when it comes to crypto trading, all right, Forex, features, sport trading. If you want to truly improve yourself, this training will help you out drastically. It will turn things around in your favor. But all you need to do is that even after you're paid, you need to give a paying attention so that, you can actually change and become a success. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Shaya, for that. All right, Gilmore, you can go ahead now. And Gilmore will be the last one I'm going to take.
Good everyone. Good evening. Time because I was kind of lost. I was kind of giving up on the possibilities of making money in this crypto space. Times back, I've actually paid for trainings like this. I remember 5 years ago, I paid for training like this, and that was as far back as 2019. I paid $100 actually for it, and you know.
Okay, your network is breaking, Jimo. I guess it's your network here.
Kind of jam-packed. I didn't really get what I really wanted. So I've been depending on YouTube, just going up and down and everything. And everything is just being as in confusing like that. I've attended some other trainings like that on technical analysis, but the one unique thing about this training is the fact that um, it is specific.
So sorry, Jimo, your network is super bad.
As in the nitty-gritties, the basic thing captured, unlike other trainings I've attended in the past, gets things confused. As in they get me kind of confused. So sorry, a call came in now, right? So with this, I feel that it's something that I will be forever grateful to the coach and everybody that made this.
All right, thank you very much, Jimo. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for making the sacrifice. Adekoya, your hand is up. You are inspired to. Okay, go ahead, Adekoya.
Okay, thank you, Coach, for giving me a chance. I thought you said Jimo was the last person I've been talking to. Actually, when I heard the other guy's testimonial, I felt inspired to say something. My level before the training, I was a total rookie. I knew nothing. I knew nothing. Like, I can't even say this is okay, fine. Maybe when I attend my group's Zoom meeting, I hear them talk about candle, I hear them talk about weeks. But other than that, all those graphs, those graphical display of trading, what is going on in the trade up and down everywhere. I didn't know anything. I couldn't say anything. And when I saw the advert for this training, I was like, since I've always been in coaching this prospect meeting, and I hear him when he talks and the way he passionately tells people Royal Q is the next thing, is the real deal, is the business of the age, the millennium. I'm like, if his prospect meeting is this good, how about his training class? So I got in, I subscribed. And honestly speaking, from somebody who has never attended any training, any coaching, who doesn't know jack about trading, into his coaching class, I was thrown off. I know sometimes the things he's saying is like, ha, is this what it is? And is this what I even got myself into? Because my son introduced me to Royal Q. I didn't know anything. I just put my money there. And I was afraid that I would start losing all that money because I don't know anything and there was nobody to show me the way. So from not knowing something into his coaching call, into his training program, I knew that I was just in the right hand and there was hope for me. I definitely found direction. So talking about loss, I have trades rather that had been sitting in loss for almost a year. And I was scared, like, is this how all this money will go? Okay, my upline was telling me, let's hope for when bull run will come, when the bull will wake up and start running. So I was sure praying that once this, I run with it and I take my money out. But when he said talking about using exit strategy, I started doing it myself. I will enter some trade, I will enter greedily, I will enter at the top of the price. Then my money will get stocked. Then I will find out that, okay, what can I do? I'll start monitoring the trade, start comparing the prices. I'll start seeing that, okay, I entered at a very very high price. I need to get the thing down. By the time the thing goes down, I mean, I'm telling you how practical this thing had worked for me. I'm sorry, my story is getting too long. Then once I can manage to drop my loss to maybe like plus 0.1 or even +1, I'll just exit. So the exit strategy it talks about is the real deal for me. And I can imagine if I had known this about a year ago, I would not be sitting in 90% loss. I mean, for what? And then the video about how to get out of floating loss and withdraw your money and go and use it again. I'm a businesswoman. I know what it means to have money tied down. It runs you mad. So you can take this money and still go and use it and tie things together and bring it back again. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the demand for the moment. Coaching MD is the best as it is. And then the quality of the training, the quality of the coaching is down to heart. He gives his very soul. He's quite soulful. He would talk as if you're sitting in a room with him. You can feel his vibes. He understands the mood, the mindset. He carries everyone along. He's just if you're high there, he can match up to your pace. If you're lagging, he can bring you up to speed. He gives you confidence. He will tell you, guys, you're doing great. Guys, you'll get there. Guys, you're gonna be good. Guys, I see you as the next set of experts. Those are charming. Those are mind-blowing words. Those are words that get you relaxed. For somebody who is in a business that doesn't know about, and the whole thing is algorithm mathematical, and he's telling me, look, even if your head is empty, you will be fine. It's just so real. It's a very great positive as far as this training is concerned. Then would you recommend it? Yes, of course I would recommend it. I'm sure that I didn't even pay the value of this coaching. It is worth so much more. It is worth so much more. Maybe if I had to be in other people's classes, I would even be able to say and describe that this is the value of what I am, what I have received. But I know that $75 is nothing. Is nothing. I have trades that are $700 sitting in floating loss. So you are teaching me how to get out of floating loss for $75, how to understand the algorithm of trade, the psychology of this thing is going bullish, this thing is going bearish, draw a line, this, that. And 90% of the time, these things are accurate. It's worth way much more. Then the can I recommend it to anyone? Absolutely, please, please. If you know what is good for you, if you want to cut the stress, if you to relieve, if you want to get value, if you want to get direction, if you need hope, this is the class. Just join it, and the stress that comes with trading or joining a business that is of course in vogue and is the future. This is just the class for you. Don't miss it while it is still available, because it's a moving train. Coaching Namdi is not, it's global. That's just what I would say. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, ma. I appreciate, and I really thank you for your belief in me. All right, so I know I saw Mr. Rotimi's hand up. You want to talk?
Yes, thank you. I cannot I don't even know how to put it in words to recommend this training um best enough to anyone else. I feel like I know some things about trading beforehand. An example of what I thought I knew was that I thought I knew how to draw support and resistance lines, but Coach they just effectively changed that, and it was no wonder my support and resistance line were not working in the past. So, and it only just recently when I started this course was when it started to work the way it was supposed to work. And I can't if I say thank you a million times, it won't pay for that knowledge alone. It's very transformative. And another thing that I thought I knew, I'm talking as someone who had taken a couple of courses in the past, and they were a lot more expensive than the $75 I paid on this one. And as that person, I thought I knew how to draw trend lines too, but I didn't. But it just explained why some of the things were not working well as they were supposed to. This training has been excellent in many ways. I've also done some Ponzi schemes in the past, and one of the dangers of that was that we were always parting with our money to give to another organization that might disappear. And Royal Q had an edge on that because you had your money in your control. But the problem Royal Q had was the problem of floating losses. And this training just effectively eradicated that. I mean, it's still in your control and you still need to be very disciplined enough to avoid it. But one of the drawbacks of Royal Q would be eliminated, or was eliminated for me by this course. I can't recommend it enough to anyone who to take it. And the quality of coaching and they just make almost all these things almost sound elementary. That he breaks the knowledge barrier down to the level that it's easy for most people to assimilate. It's easy for me to assimilate. I had to unlearn some of the things that I thought I knew in order to adapt, and it has worked very well for me. His energy is beyond words, and he's so supportive and helpful. He would repeat these things almost to the level where the understanding just becomes embedded in you, and I can't really stress enough how much value that I believe I got. This I believe this will be one of the most value that I've gotten for money spent in a very long time. So for anyone who is trying or thinking about joining, I would recommend it and recommend it very highly. I can't say enough for how much I recommend it, but it would really help you to understand some of the things that needs to be done and done in a proper way for you to master the art of trading. Thank you very much. I hope I would like to make this brief because I don't want to take.
Thank you very much. I'm humbled. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. All right, Mr. Emmanuel Ade, going to be the final testimonial. Go ahead, sir. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel Ade, your hand was up.
Yeah, maybe I can complete my own testimonial, sir.
Oh, give more. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I say thank you, Coach Namdi, and everybody in the house. Personally, I'm so elated to be a part of this training. I'm very, very grateful to Coach Namdi and to everybody in the house. One thing that intrigued me in this course was the large heart of the coach to carry everybody along and to bear with the weak and the feeble. Even when you find it a little bit difficult to understand, he still come low to pick you up and bear with you and make sure you understand every aspect of this trade. I remember along the line, described his coaching technique as elementary, but that elementary nature of the coaching has helped me so much. He tried his best to break everything down to the understanding of everybody in the class. And he's always there to respond to your questions at all times. Many times I chatted him privately and he will respond. One other thing I found so beautiful in this course was his appreciation of every member of the class. Whatever you say, whatever you do, even when you did not say it rightly, he still appreciates you for your effort, for being a part of this training. and he humble himself and he will pick you up and coach you. I'm so grateful. I have been a floating loss in some of my trades way back since February. And it got to a point almost all my capital has gone into floating loss. And when this training was to come up, I look at the money, yes, quite substantial. But then I want to get knowledge of what I'm doing. You know, it's only in courses like this that people are not willing. They look at the money and they miss the benefit of the training. People that sell pepper, they take time to go for training and to go for association meeting, to be brushed up, to be trained so that they can know the technique of the business they want to do. And so looking at that, I wasn't looking at the money, but I want to get the knowledge, the good knowledge of the business I'm into. So I paid the money and I've been following up. I'm so much a busy person for so many areas of aspect of life. I engage in some other businesses that kept me busy. But with the encouragement of Coach Nnamdi, I really take time and I have been well informed about this crystal business. The resistance and the support line we drew helped me so much. And before this meeting, I'll be trying to adapt myself with the use of 1 minute entry point. But with this training, I get a better knowledge of it. Now, the exit and the entry point of trade, with this training, I've been able to gain it so much. Now I'm so I'm so good. Let me not say so good, but I've improved tremendously in deciding when to enter a trade and when to exit a trade. The issue of floating losses, that is gradually becoming a thing of the past. Before, I have 70%, 60-something percent, but nowadays I hardly have 7% floating loss. It has been 1%, 2%. The trade will pay me. 2 days ago, I have 3 trade on. And before I woke up in the morning, the 3 got paid. So I want to be grateful that I'm a part of this training. And I have informed every member of my team that they should get ready for the next batch. Because if you must succeed, you must be ready to learn. When you get better knowledge of what you are doing, that is when you can make much gain. So I'm grateful to you, Coach Nnamdi, Coach Saye also. Many times I ran to him and he has helped me a lot in tackling some areas where I didn't have the right knowledge. I met him at different junctions. I met him in private, and he's always there also to assist. And with all this put together, I can say today, I'm much, much better. And when Coach Nnamdi said, we are successful traders, we are professional traders, I mentioned it 2 days ago. I said, we claim it by faith, your prediction. And already I can see myself moving to that direction. I know in the next 3 months, or before the end of this 6 months training, we will to the banks in our trade. We will avoid floating losses. We will not more be trading, doubting, and playing game. A lot of traders are trading, just gambling, going to trade anyhow. They don't know when to go in, when to come in. But with this training, if anybody can just pay the money and attend this Coach Nnamdi training, I'm very confident that your trading result will never be the same again. And your capability, your courage, your boldness will be so much that you will feel in yourself that you have arrived and you are professional. Though we are not there yet, but I know we are getting to where the Coach Nnamdi wants to take us to. Personally, I'm very happy. And Coach Nnamdi, God will bless you.
God bless you too.
At the bottom of your heart, it's not for the money, but you want to train people to be professional in this crystal place. And God will continue to remember you for good. Thank you, everybody in the house. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And Mr. Day is one of the oldest in the class. And your passion is really commendable. Okay, Gilmore, you wanted to speak. I hope your network is okay now, so I can round up with you.
Yes, sir. So basically, I would say I'm a novice. No, I've been in the training before now, like crypto trading, going forth and back, made money in the past, been to so many other training, but it's really not as explicit and the salient points being described like this. So with this training, yes, I can avoid floating loss 100%. And it's just like someone that got scammed. That is the only way that maybe I might say that I might go into floating loss, because there must be some iota of greed in that person, and it's only greed that will make me to be in floating loss, because I know when to enter trade now and I know when to enter. Actually, the coaching is superb, because like every other person will comment that at every point that the coach is always online, checking the assignments, giving inputs on the trade and everything. Like sometimes I used to wonder, does this man actually sleep or even have time to do other things? Honestly, the coaching is superb, and it still promises to be to continue with it for us. So that alone is something that I've not actually gotten in other trainings that I've attended, because previously I've paid money for crypto trading much more than this amount that I'm paying now, but the quality is not as much as this. Having gone through this training, will you say you paid for this thing? Actually, what I paid for is way lesser than what I've received, actually, because now I can say that I will look at the charts and say that, okay, this is, I can predict that, okay, this is where it will go to. And even during the training, at least I know that I'm still able to see that getting up to like 60% success rate, even when I'm not done with the training yet, that is something that is commendable. And I never thought that I would be able to achieve. Would you tell anyone anyone yet to make a decision to join this training? Honestly, I too, I was a doubting Thomas before joining this training, but now the coach has made it, has cleared my doubts beyond all reasonable doubts, actually. And I've informed most of my friends and my colleagues, and I believe that they will join the next training. And anybody that is wanting to join this training, I would advise that you do so now, because as the coach has said, this, as in the time will always be right. I know how much this training costs outside. So it's better you seize the opportunity to join this still affordable, so that you will not go back tomorrow and start getting it at, let's say, $1,000, because it's actually worth it. So thank you to the coach, and I believe that by the end of the 6 months, as he has promised, will be better. At least every day we are getting better. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Gilmore, for that testimonial. Thank you very much, everyone. And I am really humbled. We just want to make impact in people's lives, and we are just getting started. There are a lot of things that we're going to share with you gradually over the next 6 months. All right, gradually, step by step, over the next 6 months. And we're going to be coaching you every week over the next 6 months and even beyond, because everybody must become the expert that you deserve to be. And one thing I want to find out, I want to ask you, if you do this training, would you ever want to do any Ponzi scheme where you give your money to anybody? Would you ever want to try it? I'm sure the answer is no. And that's the power of this. So thank you very much. And I have a gift to the world. The gift is to take something as complex as trading, make it so simple that in 2 weeks, anyone can go from zero to hero. The question is, are you ready to learn? All right. So thank you very much. Andy looks here, and God bless you all. Thank you for those wonderful testimonials. And to anybody watching this video, and you really want to improve in your trading, I just simply ask you to believe, trust, and move forward.